was like, this is a good sign. So wacha nikae hapa.
Yeah.
I mean nikafikiria, but Elsie side yake kwa ni gani?
Hasijui baby. I think inaponga side iko na beauty spots. Lakini sijui ni side ni side.
Anyway, hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for making this your home. Today with me in studio is my good friend, Elsie. Elsie and I have been friends for 4 years.
4 years.
2016.
Wow. Since 2016. That's when we went for School of Worship.
Yeah, and she joins me today as we discuss the lessons that we have learned in our lives, but now in regards to friendship. So what are the lessons that we've learned? What would we want to share with you? What do we think diligent friendships or good friendships ought to be or ought to look like, and especially from a godly perspective. Yeah, so thank you for being here. Please make sure you've liked, subscribed, and share this link with as many people as you want to, and I'll link our social media platforms or social media handles in the description box, and then you guys can check out Elsie, and I'll let her introduce herself kidogo too, because she can really speak, so I'll let her say a few things about herself. So yes, tell us about yourself.
I'm Elsie Gach, so I'm a gospel artist.
Yay.
And so I'm in the works of releasing a couple of my songs, and so as said, she'll share my social media handles as well.
I will.
So that after this you can go and check out my Instagram page, Facebook page, and
Where can we get your songs when you release them?
Once I release it, I will definitely give a shout out on Instagram that they have been released now, and then it will be available on the YouTube page.
Okay.
Yes.
How did we meet?
We met in School of Worship. We met. I was looking into getting, as an artist, getting deeper into the word and understanding worship and praise and how to make a gospel song. And in our church, we had
That was your goal.
Yeah, that was
my goal for School of Worship.
My goal. I wanted to know how to write gospel songs, and also because I used to write love songs. I was never inspired to write a gospel song, and I was feeling like now in my relationship with God in this journey, I feel like I want to do gospel. I no longer want to do R&B.
Had you ever? Okay, that's a.
But I had never been inspired to write lyrics, like gospel lyrics.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to do the studies and get deeper into the word, so that I'm not just singing empty
you're not
lyrics
an empty devil.
I wanted to be educated about it.
Wow.
So that's when I heard that they were offering School of Worship, I decided this is not a bad platform. I really looked for that. I was always going to church and waiting for them to say enrollment of School of Worship. Then hiyo kitu ndio hata ilinishikilia kwenda church. They didn't say this Sunday, the next Sunday, and I didn't have friends then in church.
Oh wow.
Immediately they
What was my goal?
enrolled.
I can't remember. I think for me, I think I just joined because I knew, or rather I thought I could sing. I still think I can sing.
You can sing.
Yeah. And I think I just wanted to understand. For me, it wasn't to write songs. Okay, I think that wasn't the goal. The goal was just to understand what worship is.
Okay.
Because
we understood a
exactly
lot, especially that guy who came, the producer for Sinach. I think that
D Jones.
I really learned a lot.
Because I think I had grown up knowing worship is the slow, the slow song. If a song has a slow vibe,
that's worship. If you are action a lot, that's praise.
Yeah. No, so for me, I think I just wanted to understand what worship is, and to just know how to, because I realized at the time that was the time that I was also growing in my salvation, and I remember I was just wondering if worship is the only thing that really matters to God, especially in a service. How best can can I offer it?
Yeah.
So
So that's
where
how
were
we met.
we? Yeah, that's how we met.
At School of Worship, and then from there we progressed to choir.
Yeah.
Not everyone in our class made it to choir. I don't know. They didn't want to. Then they finished at School of Worship, and then I think they went to their other departments.
I think
in
everyone
church.
had another.
As we decided to join choir, and then from there we continued our friendship.
Yeah.
We just saw this is a thing.
You've been an awesome
This is
friend.
not just for the season.
Speaking of seasons, what lessons have you learned in friendship? I think we can just jump straight into it, because when we start talking, we just go on.
Yes, talking about our history. We can start off from where you just said we progressed seasons our friendship. So they're friends for different seasons. Like we had friends for School of Worship time.
Yeah.
We still consider them friends, but we're not keeping in touch because we're in a different season in our lives right now. Then we also form friendships in choir.
Yeah.
Then you'll also find that you're not as close friends with your best friend from primary, because that was that season.
That was that season.
Yeah. And now you have a new season where you're working, and maybe they moved to a whole other country,
or maybe you don't even keep touch. You know, like do you have? Usually, I see people who have relationships or friendships that have gone like yourself. You have friends that you've come with from a long from like a previous season of your life. And I think for me, even to add on to what you're saying, I have learned to just qualify my relationships, my friendships, where you learn how to discern when a person comes into your life. For what season are they coming in for, and who where do you place them? Because you'll find you have friends who are lifetime friends. People who come into your life and they progress with you for a long time. Like your could be your husband, could be people you just met. Like now you're a friend I'd consider a lifetime friend, and you live life with them, and you go through various seasons of your life and then you'll find, I came to learn you can have, there are people who God sends to you as assignments. I used to, there's a post I was reading the other day, and the pastor was saying most marriages right now are failing because someone married their assignment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Assignments.
For instance, you find God has aligned your path with this person. But the only reason they're in your life is because they're either going to help you get to a different level in your life.
I'm sorry, but that's so funny because that reminds me of the ladies usually say that. So that was their assignment. They should just understand that was their assignment.
No,
that wasn't your future.
You see, like for instance, there's a gift that is in your life. You're a gospel. You're now growing into a gospel artist. There are people who will come into your life because they've been drawn to the ministry or to your gift. So once they come into your life after that season, because you see, friendships have lifespans. Like our friendship has a long lifespan, so an assignment has a very short lifespan, and the lifespan is just that period of time where they're there in your life for that particular assignment. So probably you're supposed to help someone cross to the other side of their life, and then your job is done.
They're supposed to be your divine helpers.
Exactly. So you find when that season is over, most people, if you don't know that person was an assignment to you or you are an assignment to them, you'll find people trying to lengthen or to
a relationship that its time has expired.
So
it's also about just being really aware. Because I usually think, is it because that person doesn't already have close friends and you're still searching for friendships that you don't know that this is not a friendship for a lifetime.
That's one thing I've learned, because in my life I've had people who came into my life as assignments, and at the time I thought they were best besties for life.
Yeah.
We're going to be together and do life together for the longest time. But then God tells you, yes, this person's time in your life has ended, and if you're not aware that this person is an assignment, that's when you exactly. That's because you end up investing in a lot of yourself in that relationship. What other category?
I think also it comes with maturity, because as you continue growing, you've gone through all those heartaches from failed friendships. So the ones that have stuck with you for a long time. Let's say like if I had a high school friend and I'm still friends with them until now. Those ones they're your high school friends. Then as you were going on with life, you met university friends. You find one or two stuck around longer. The others will separate because you're also traveling to other counties or whatever, or other countries.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can't. Everyone can't be your best friend. You also have to understand that. But everyone can't be your best friend, and you can't go into every situation hoping to make a lifelong friend.
And I think that was a huge lesson I learned.
And I don't know if I know that because I have the comfort of knowing I have some lifelong friends. But maybe there are people who haven't yet made their lifelong friends. And then they go to every situation thinking, like, I'm going to this new job, I'm going to make new best friends. I'm going to this new school, I'm going to make new best friends.
And then when it doesn't happen, you're crushed. And I think, you've taken me sober because for me, I had that problem. I used to have that issue where I'd always want to hold on to
everyone that comes in your life.
I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because of growing up. You're just you and just one sibling, so you're not used to having and I always had that need to belong. And I think a great lesson in friendship I've learned is knowing yourself, so that you don't lose yourself in friendships, and so that you don't lose yourself in pursuit of friendships. Because now you see, if you don't know, like for me, I was always hoping to make lifelong friendships, and I'd find I'm trying to look for those lifelong, like lifetime, like friends for a lifetime in all the wrong places, because you can't have a lifetime friend at work.
Yes, work is another complicated space to have.
It's very rare to pick a friend. Very few people get lifetime friends from a workplace.
Very few people. And I feel like those people, it's a blessing to say that
my colleague,
I met this person at work and we become friends for so long. Because I feel like at work there's some competitions.
At work it's business
that are create a toxic environment for friendship
to thrive.
Because we're good for now, but then
when it comes
let's
to
say
work,
we're in the same level. And I was reading this book called Negotiating the Non-Negotiable, and was saying among the reasons why people are always in conflict, it's always around people who are in the same level in life. So if you progress a little bit, I'll start having a small resentment towards you, and then that's how now the conflict starts arising into small bits until it blows up. So
that's a very valid
point. That's I've never learned, and even in business, when I was doing business before I started working a 9 to 5, even in business I realized that I entered so excited, like my business partner or the person who was sharing that small shop with. I was thinking, we're friends. We're going to this thing together. We're going through the ups and downs and the challenges together.
When you come in the morning, you tell me what happened at home.
But then you'd find sometimes we're sharing a tailor, and then you'd see she's cutting me off to get her stuff done, and then I start catching feelings eventually along the way. Or also now, maybe she'll invite me for an event during the weekend. I feel like relaxing during the weekend, so I'll just lie. I have a family thing, and then she's on social media now. I've already allowed her access into my social media. So she's saying I've posted something on Facebook that enjoying chilling at home. Monday we're going to work a mini furiati. Oh, I thought you had a family function.
Oh, wow.
But you were just chilling at home, you don't even care. So I just thought, that is when I decided in my life that work and social life separate. I'll never share my social media account with my colleagues.
No, usually when you get
let them be clear.
When you're saving their numbers, the first thing block WhatsApp.
I feel like you're slave to at work, you're spending your own personal time. It's too much.
Because at the end of the day, your colleagues will always want to know what's happening in your personal life. And at times, most of them,
too invasive.
90% of the time is when they use that against you at work. Like they know S rights. Yeah. So they'll come and then you've posted something. They don't know you scheduled your blog to publish when you're at home. But now because they're seeing you've posted it and it's during work time.
Posted at like 9 a.m. so that
and they're like,
instead of fanya kazi, you just here posting on writing stuff for your blog.
And so interpretation is that brings me to
I don't know how you can have friends from work. For me it hasn't worked. Because I even have the friend who
those who can, if you can,
that's a blessing. Really thank God for it.
And let us know in the comment section how that works for you, because that dynamic is crazy.
I've really tried and it's always backfired. Even the job that I got, my very good friend from university is the one who hooked me up, and we were really good best friends. The work dynamic has changed our friendship. We had to go through a whole phase of learning ourselves, each other's friendship in a new dimension. Because I got to see your work personality and your off-work personality are totally different people. So we had to reintroduce each other as the professional Elsie and her, and the outside work. And we went through a whole adjustment phase. It took us a long time to finally now we're flowing well. We know how to switch off work mode and you know how to.
There's a balance.
You have to balance.
There's a balance. That reminds me, another lesson I have learned is boundaries.
Boundaries.
We were saying even
we really had to learn boundaries, and every friendship
I think has to
have boundaries.
What have you learned about boundaries?
So now, like, what really helped us, I could say, we went for this training for at work, and it was talking about different personalities and how different personalities behave in times of conflict. So now, like a personal example would be for me as an only child. Conflict resolution
is a 0.
I have no idea what that is.
Elsie.
Yeah, because me, I know I'm just me.
You have never fought for.
I've never fought for anything. Kila kitu ni yangu. So I've never fought for anything. So now.
And sharing as well.
Sharing, but I'm generous. I can share.
Yes, you are.
But now, like, I don't know conflict. So if someone comes to me in a conflict way, I'd be so shocked. I'd find you so aggressive. And along the way from high school, university, anyone I would have a small argument with, we're done. We're just
really?
done. Yeah, as in I can't tolerate this, we're done. I'm out, cancelled. That's it.
Wow, but that's on period.
Exactly, because you just get so really frustrated and you're done. But then I've come
because you don't understand why someone is.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, were you being difficult?
Were you being attacked? You feel attacked.
But now I've come to understand that it's normal.
Yeah,
it's normal to like disagree on something and then really even get argumentative and really frustrated and heated up. And then come back and say, okay, so it's okay, so we'll just do this day and we're still friends tomorrow. So now in that training, I learned that so now for me, my way of conflict is withdrawal symptoms. And that's what I've always done. That's why I'm saying that I'm done. So I'll back off. And then for her, she was very aggressive. She's a dominant personality. So for her arguments, she's abrasive. For me, I will take it so offensive that you're being abrasive. But then I'm like, you know what?
Calm down.
I'm out. I've just exited. So now we had to understand each other, and we were given the tools of how to have a constructive conflict resolution, resolving method. So
conflict resolving.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
So now I would just take the time to understand that she's not really attacking me.
Yeah.
That's her way of
expressing.
Yeah. So just try and show her maybe like the sensitive side, because I'm a sensitive person. Like when you said this was very offensive, this hurt me, and me also to recognize that me withdrawing is also offensive to her. So she's thinking,
wow,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have investment into this relationship. I can easily dust her off.
Like
it's not nice. Yeah. So
you've reminded me, I recently had
so we had to learn those boundaries.
I recently had a similar situation with a friend of mine. So and I really love her, and I know she's going to know it's her. But she's 100% extroverted.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% introverted. So there's a clash because for me, when I'm in a crisis, I cave in like you. I withdraw. Yeah. So it's easy for me to understand, say you. It's easy for you to understand me.
Because we're the same
personality. Yeah. But for her, it was hard. And then it would happen at very awkward times. Like most times, I'd get a crisis. I'd be in a crisis, a stressful situation. Let's say, like the times we've had falling outs. Because in friendship, another lesson in friendship is that you will always fall out with people around you, with your friends. And one of the ways of knowing if someone is really meant to be in your life is that even after you've had a falling out, you always gravitate. Yeah, you always gravitate. You'll find yourselves gravitating towards each other. We'd have the major falling outs I've had with my friend. That friend is after her birthday. Like they'd happen after her birthday. During the first time after her birthday, I think I lost a relative, and then it was so hard for me to process that had, grief and all that. So for me, in my head, I'm processing that I've lost a loved one, but I'm not communicating it to her. So I've gone on silent, and like a week before we were celebrating her birthday. So now when when I've shut down, she wonders, okay, is it that we were celebrating my birthday that now your
assumptions?
Like exactly. So you
assumptions are bad.
Very, very bad. And I learned in friendship, in every relationship basically, there's usually that room. Like you have to communicate to the other person, because there's no way they'll know me, because we're not together 24/7. So there's no room for you to know who I am through observation. So if I don't tell you that I am an introvert and I cave in when I'm dealing with stuff, or this is how I process, you won't know. So you'll find it's very offensive. So she'd get mad. She would be mad, and as I just like I'm done. I don't understand you. I don't need this. And you don't allow me in. So she'd feel I'm not allowing her in. And for me, after I've caved in, usually after I cave in, let's say like a week, sometimes it even goes to like a month. Like you're just in your own world, and it happens so subconsciously. You're in your own world and you're dealing with so much. And then by the time you're snapping out of it, it's been 3 weeks. You've not texted your friend, you've not called your friend. So she'd feel I'm not allowing her into my world. Then for me, I'd interpret it different, because I'm thinking after those 3 weeks now, when I come out of my shell, I have a lot of things to tell you, like this is what I want. It's easy for me to talk about something after I've gone through it. But for her, she wanted, no, when you're going through it, I want to be there. And I think in friendships, what I've learned is just take time to communicate who you are to your friends, and also learn how your friends are.
Learn how your friends are, so that you're not shocked and you understand why they are acting the way they are.
Because like for you, it's never been an issue for me to cave in, and for you to cave in, it's never been an issue.
Because we'll talk after 3 months and we'll just start.
Funny thing with Elsie. And I think I was telling my mom the other day how I haven't seen you in a year. We've not seen each other in more than a year.
A year and a few months. I saw you last year on your birthday.
No, it's a year. July, September.
1 year, 4 months.
So I've not seen Elsie.
It's a big deal because we're still friends.
I've not seen Elsie in a year. By the time we're recording this episode, I had not seen Elsie for a year and 4 months.
Yeah, but we still keep
and
in touch.
We've met today, and it's like nothing. It's like we were together just the other day, and I think it's important because I know that's how we are. Our friendship is like that. You are. I know you. And I know us, and we're comfortable like that. Yeah. But with another friend, I can't do that.
Yeah. For me, I get frustrated with friends who, because we don't have to see each other every weekend to prove that we're friends. Day. That's how or talk every day. Because there's so much that goes on in life.
Yeah, that's true.
Monday to Friday you're working. Weekend you're with the family. Yeah. And there are these challenges that come along the way.
And then there's me time as well.
Yeah, and there's also me time. And I can't juggle all of that, plus also make sure that my friend, is feeling okay. I call every day, I'm sure you're okay. Yeah. But I want you to also know that if you need me, I will be there. But every day, that's asking too much. That's why God gives us now partners, like your partner, so that you're cousin yake. Just cousin yango. Every day.
I'm not calling you.
As in,
I'm not calling you.
I know you can handle this thing called life. You're good, girl. You're good.
Yeah. If you need anything, I'm here.
Maybe it's an only child thing as well.
I think it is.
Probably, yeah.
No, I don't think it is.
But I would like people to know
I'm
that.
also like that.
We don't have to communicate. If we're good friends like me and you, we don't have to see each other every day or every month. If you call me, Elsie, come through, I'm shooting this for my... or I need... I'm there.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah. I think it's... another thing, and you said that, and I wanted to say how it's important to not generalize your friends. Yeah. Like saying... the way our relationship is different. Your relationship with me is different from your relationship with your friends or with other people. So you need to know how is my relationship with S. When I'm with S, this is how our relationship is. And when you're with someone else, this is how your relationship is between the two of you. Exactly. For us, we don't need to talk every day.
We don't.
Like we actually don't even talk every day.
Sometimes they're still realizing that with me. I hope after they watch this, they'll realize
please. This is Elsie. But for me and a friend of mine, there's my friend Mimi. We have to. For her, it's a daily thing. But also, it's also understanding that's who she is. Yeah. And also compromising at the end of the day, not compromising in the sense where you're going against yourself, but just knowing that this is how my friend is, and this is how our relationship is. So for her, she appreciates the way we talk on a daily. And you see, for that it flows because again, now you're friends and you know each other. So there's a way that works, and then there's a way this works. Yeah. Does that mean
different categories the way you're saying? They're those friends for daily. And then now you also on top of understanding how your friends are, also understanding their setup. Like for me, I have family, and then we're very close.
And
our family is very close, and
I've
come to realize
it's an amazing,
it's a blessing. I thought every family was like that.
Hey,
I just realized that our family, our friendship is a bit to the extreme.
No, you guys are BFFs.
Yeah, we are all BFFs. So now already I have those groups to take care of.
Which was that movie we watched with your family?
Endgame.
Avengers. Let me tell you guys, story time within story time. Elsie calls me and tells me, let's hang out. I'm like, okay, yeah, we can hang out. And by the time she's telling me let's hang out, it had been 6 months of us hanging out and saying we need to hang out. So we're like, okay, let's hang out this Sunday. And she's like, okay, but my family is coming. Yeah. So from where I'm coming from, when I hear family, it's
Mama, Baba,
and not even with the cousins, I'm like,
cousins, nieces, aunties.
I'm like, how is that going to work? So I was a bit nervous. I was a bit skeptical about hey, I'm going to have out with my friend, but then her
whole
family,
entire
there's a
family.
whole family there.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked because when they came, I didn't know
And
they
all-
were your family.
Yeah.
You know how people come and you're meeting them and then they're just lively and friendly and they're teasing each
They
other.
already know who S
S is. That's another thing about this girl. I am a member of their family.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. And I went back home thinking, I hope my friend knows. I hope that you know that how blessed and how
I'm realizing
lucky
that.
you are to have such a close knit relationship with your friend that you can even go for movies with.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever hung out with.
We had one function where we were, I think one of our cousins was introducing their partner to the family, and then one of our uncles was saying a speech before the prayer.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned something that really hit me so deeply. He said that it's one thing to be family, but on top of that to also be friends is a really huge thing.
Yeah.
And since then, I counted it a blessing. That they were my first friends before I found friends outside the family. They taught me how to be a friend.
And I think that gives you a sense of security because you know how we say family will always have your back. Family will always have your back no matter what. And to have a family that will have your back no matter what, but at the same time they're your friends. That's it's more than
especially for me being an only child. If I didn't have that, I don't know where I would have started from.
Chaos.
Where would have started from?
Chaos.
Yes. So there's also friends in families, and also there you have to create your boundaries and your respect levels with everyone. Also, then they have to understand that this is how you are and act accordingly.
So you don't have those issues of those aunties who, you're so lucky. You know those aunties who are always in your case.
In your case for marriage or
like there's marriage, they want to know where you're working, they want to know what you're doing, they want to know what you're posting on social media, they want, the surveillance. The relatives.
You don't have.
I call it that. So you don't even know what.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
They want to see what you're posting. That was when you're in teenage and people would monitor how you're posting. You shouldn't post that. No, at this age.
So they're looking for content to discuss you when they're Like even like in families, like in my family, you can easily tell the division. Like you can tell which kids are closest to which auntie. And then there's that whole thing of how families just there's a competition. So for you to have it's hard to have friends within
the
a family
setup.
So you're very
I'm learning that now and I'm surprised
that you need.
I'm really surprised because now my cousins were my siblings and they were my friends. But of course we had our conflicts. You took my doll, you broke my doll's neck.
So you grew up in Barbie.
Which is an dolly. Really? You were a tomboy?
It was
those football,
and it's not the Adidas. It's not Adidas.
Inatengenezwa na poly bags, paper bags.
You did that?
Yes.
You did.
You when you're some ghetto inside. Still the ghetto inside somewhere.
I used to play that and the Tayo's gari.
Tayo's hatukucheza nayo sisi, but tulikuwa tunatengenezewa zile za wire. Hiyo alafu unakimbiza tu nikani gari. Shags don't put
this girl. So from as ilikuanga nini our competition tulikuwa tunapigania nini just for hizo mpira. And now the struggle was nani wako na paper bags mingi za kutengeneza if it's your turn
zote hata kati ile ball imetengenezwa na nguvu ukigongwa tunayo.
I know na socks za shule.
Urudi shule.
On boundaries, I've learned how to communicate your boundaries.
You have to
communicate your boundaries.
For me, sometimes it's hard
to do that.
Okay, I'm also learning how to different way.
I'm also learning how to communicate my boundaries at this
age. But nowadays, I've actually learned that from work. for communicating my boundaries, because I was tired of people just walking all over me. I just reached one place. I just reached a moment where I was like, you know what?
I've had enough.
I've had enough.
I've had enough of you people. You
Yes.
humans.
This is not nice, and I'm not accepted in my life. Yeah.
I think I've also learned it through work.
Necessary. Yeah.
And I've also learned it in my friendships where, again, I'll use that example with that friend, my friend. I learned how to communicate where, like, you can only come so far.
Yeah.
You get like you can only, you're my friend, but this is how far you come. Yeah. Because okay, Peter, if you cross this boundary, there's a way. Yeah, you're being
too much, and I will start feeling
some type of way.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I've learned is to learn how to communicate your boundaries to the people in your life, and of course these are healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And also respect your friends' boundaries. I know there's a place I know I can't cross with Elsie.
Yeah.
And there's a place I know you can't cross with me. And at least for us it's a blessing because we've learned those boundaries without having to speak it out, just by observation and just knowing exactly. With Elsie I can't do this and like this.
S is like this. S is sensitive about this kind of thing.
This kind of topic. I used to have a friend who, sadly, and I know you know this, but I've gone through, like I went through a traumatic season in 2016.
2017 there.
And this friend would always bring up a topic around that, like let's say, and they would be triggers for me, because you see I'm trying to heal from whatever it is I'm going through. But then you keep talking about them. So I'd get offended. But I realized she doesn't know that she's whatever it is she's saying. She doesn't know. She doesn't know it's a trigger. Exactly.
When you say this,
when you talk about this
it
kind
comes
of
off like
things,
this, and I'm not comfortable doing this. And then if they are open-minded and really want the relationship to work,
they will respect.
that. Yeah, because there's another. I had another comment. There's a time we were talking with another friend of mine, and they were saying, now we were doing a topic on that kind of subject, and then they were saying, what if someone comes to you and they say they were offended by what you said, and then I didn't mean it for Baya. And then Sasa, now I've already closed off. She's already at it. Not even as she's offended that you came to tell her that what she told you is offensive. That is, what are you doing now? As in, just try, relax and try and just understand where you're coming from with this. What trigger might have set off that feeling that you had, and then without being also offended, because it doesn't help. Don't make her right. Also just say, okay, I'm sorry that you took it like that,
but that's not how I meant it.
That's not how I meant it. And then explain how you meant it. And then we'll see where it goes from there. But if even you know you're offended because she came to say to you that I was offended, I was just looking and said, are you really hearing yourself?
You sound so...
This is funny. I find it funny. And
very.
I just hazarded my teacher. It was funny. Are you offended because somebody said she was offended by what you say?
It's a mess.
But sorry, but that's also growth. Growth.
You were telling me about growth.
Yes, that's also growth. Also, some friends you have to understand that as you're growing, they won't stick around. Because they've not reached that level of growth that you've reached on. That
maybe
when I come to you
intentional with their
growth, you still see, as they're not intentional with their growth. Because now that's the hard part that I have struggled with for a while. Really, because I find that I am especially like last year. In the year before, the last 2 years, probably, I feel like I'm going through a whole phase of growth. Season of growing.
I'm so proud of you.
And unfortunately, not all my friends were growing at the same rates. So
Is that?
and then you feel like I still love her. I still love this friend. But that's how you're pulling me backwards.
Yeah.
And what do we do about that now? So you just there, and then you have friends who are growing with you. You have friends who they're just there.
They're not growing, but then they're not holding you back.
But they're just there, yeah. But then they're friends you'd like to experience these new things in your period of growth with, but you can't because they're still on level maybe D now, then they're still on level B.
Yeah.
So that's such a struggle for me.
Yeah.
Because if I want to do something, I don't have friends to do it with because what to do
Another season.
Yeah. And then you form new friends in that new season you're in, and they let you down because you guys are not connected like that. Some friends were your moment too.
Yeah.
So it's
crazy.
It's such a struggle.
Yeah. And then the friends you just
also
go
teaches
through
you to just be patient and wait for them to catch up.
Yeah. To be
But
gracious
then
towards
exactly, yeah. But the others that just don't make it.
and they just die.
They just don't make it.
Natural death. Wow, I've had an experience like that as well. Or you'll find you're growing. Let's say, for instance, as we're blessed because we've just grown. And as much as we're in different career paths and also different paths in terms of ministry, we are, by ministry I mean like purpose, assignment. We didn't grow into the same platforms. I didn't grow into a recording artist like you, and you didn't, but you did. You
writer,
did. So you'll find that because of who you are and because of the purpose in your life and the assignments that God has for you in your life, you're growing in different ways. So you find that. So you need to learn, I was just saying that you need to learn how to understand who you are and what people in your life have been called to do, so that when you grow into your purpose, into your assignment, because they're different, you won't be left feeling hurt. You won't be left. I remember growing up, I always had an issue of being left. Being left. That sounds being left as in, you know how you're in class and then someone has transferred.
Oh, okay.
And then that feeling of
my friend has gone.
My friend has gone. So even growing up, I've always had a hard time understanding that it's okay to be friends with someone in one particular level, but people grow and people evolve and they become different people. And I think I learned that a lot last year, and I think coming into this year, when my friends or people I knew who are now growing even in their relationships, the romantic relationships, you find someone you find hey, that was a tough blow. Hey,
that's how it is.
You find your friend, both of you are single,
and then exactly. I get it.
Both of you are single, but then your friend ameonekaniwa.
What?
Yes. Okay, you're happy for them,
of course.
But then you're left. You don't want to be a third wheel. Personally, I can't be a third wheel. It's too much work. And then I was a third wheel for a long time. So I can actually be a third wheel. Me, I was a third wheel once.
Even in a group of friends, it's an okay thing.
Hey, but on my birthday I was a third wheel.
Just really have fun.
It's really have fun.
See? There's a group of friends hanging out. Unless now that couple, they become too much and maybe now you start feeling like an outsider. There are some couples who become too
engrossed in
themselves that they forget, we are here.
Like, hi, get a room.
We're here.
What was I saying? I remember most of my, because I think I'm in that, not I think I mean, we are in that stage where now we are growing into women who have their own homes.
Yeah, that's the
stage.
Yeah.
And for me, I was on the side of, hey, most of my friends are now,
and then you get
getting
that
into
unnecessary pressure.
They're in stable relationships.
I should be, and everyone's journey is different.
And you don't know the dynamic changes, because now if you and I were used to calling each other, and because like us, we speak for hours, so but now you're in a relationship, so you can't give me all those like 4 hours to have a conversation on phone with me because there's someone else. And I think that's another lesson you might learn.
Now you see like how you
dynamics change in your friends
quickly. You'll find that some people who are in a relationship, now in a romantic relationship, and they had very close friends from both genders. So you'll find like maybe a guy or a lady has a best friend of the opposite gender, and then you're still maintaining that relationship so serious, and you're in a relationship. How will your partner feel? So sometimes those friends need to know that, you see, the way you understood that now I was in a serious relationship, you need to step back and not require me to be as available as I was to you. Those friends need to also understand that now my male friend or my female friend is in a relationship that's serious,
so I need to
step back
so that we can make this
new person
feel at home,
feel like that you're not like competition, because you may mean the best and have no romantic interest with that person, but it is coming off differently. As in how
so the other person, like your partner, will perceive it differently.
She'll just think of but she's my friend. She's been my friend since
we were young.
Kids. But you know, even the Bible says you have to leave your childhood behind.
The Bible says that.
Something like that. And start a family. A man has to leave the ways of a child behind. True. And start a family.
True.
Now your childhood friend is going to stop you from.
But I think it's a question of
just even that childhood friend of yours,
and then leave me alone.
Exactly.
I think
that's another
matter
thing
of
friendship. You have to
exactly, but also it has to be both.
For both,
you the one in the relationship,
and that
friends,
person as well. Maybe they need to have a talk,
and
then be like, like
now I'm in a relationship.
I don't want to make her or he feel uncomfortable with our friendship.
So
and then if I'm a good friend, I want you to thrive in your relationship. I will try my best not to be the one who sabotages that relationship, because I believe we've prayed for you to be like
Lord, we have fasted, Lord, we have prayed,
and then tell me sabotage that she's feeling uncomfortable because of my friendship with you. I'll step back until they cement it, and then she starts getting comfortable. Especially the building is so sensitive.